When we filmed, the moms always, if they were pregnant at the time, they would have to wear a fake belly, along with their clothes on the set because a lot of the time when they weren't pregnant anymore. So they just always had a fake belly on set, which for a long time. Not anymore, fortunately.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Monday, May 8th, 2023. So today I had an opportunity to sit down with some women that all were members of the same group that the Brown family of the Sister Wives came from, the Apostolic United Brethren, or the AUB. After my meeting, which was discussing how to discuss a lot of the things that are happening in this group today, as well as to showcase some of the real issues facing families that are involved in this world, I had the opportunity to speak with someone that actually has known Kody Brown since the early 1990s and very well, and knows the wives and was able to clear up a lot of details for me about the show that I thought might interest a lot of you. It might actually help you to solidify the stuff that you've seen on TV versus like the things that sort of sat in your gut and you're like, I don't know if this seems right, or I have a sense that there's something going on here, or those little gut feelings that you get where they're not saying it, but you get the sense like Kody's using someone, or Robyn did this, or Kody abandoned the family, or whatever it is. And this person actually cleared up a lot for me. So I want to share with you something they shared about the relationship between Robyn and Kody and the reality of what was going on when cameras weren't rolling versus what people saw on television, and their specific experience with Kody that left them feeling very disgusted. So let's dive into this topic. Before we do, can you please do me a big favor and give this video a thumbs up? Also, please subscribe to my channel if you've not yet subscribed by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Click on the notification bell if you'd like to get notified of any time I go live or new content loads. Leave a comment if you have something to say, and share this video with your friends. So this person is 100 million times percent verified. I've spoken with them multiple times. They're 100 million percent from this group. They 100% million percent know the Browns, and this is their story. So just remember, there are always two sides to every story, and this is their perception and actually their firsthand experiences. Due to some stuff that's going on in their life right now, they want to remain anonymous, although in the future they may speak out publicly as things settle down in their personal lives. So let's dive into this. So this person said that they have been friends. They've been friends with the Browns since the very early 1990s, and specifically Kody. And that Kody and the wives, the lives before TV were very, very different than what you see on television. When they were living in Wyoming and when they were living in Montana, they were very poor. So McKelty has said that they lived off of moldy bread, sometimes had to eat MREs, and she's said that they were dirt poor. What this person said was that Kody was not a very good worker, and he really didn't want to work. He didn't want to work hard. He wanted to get rich quick. And so, because of his lack of drive to work, the wives were left really without food to feed their kids and had to resort to using food stamps to feed their children because their kids didn't have what they needed. Kody was spending money that they could have used for other things. And they described going to the house and the kids being completely starving, the wives being starving, there being nothing in the fridge, nothing in the cabinets, nothing. This is they don't even have storage. And this is before they moved to Utah. And Kody just didn't want to work, and he really relied heavily on Janelle because Janelle was the person that worked and always had a really good work ethic. So they said that they really were struggling, and then once Kody moved to Utah, things kind of got better for the family leading up to going on the show. The way that they described it was that when they were living in Utah, in Lehi, in that house, that was actually in a home that had been built by another polygamist in their same group, and the whole family blew up. So the polygamist that built the house in Lehi, all of his wives left him. And this person says that this happens a lot. All the wives leave and it just blows up. They were actually complimentary and said that like things got decent there for a minute. Like they got into a decent rhythm and the family seemed to be doing the best that they had been. Like there had always been struggles and issues with the wives getting along and Kody's behavior towards the wives, but they had a better sense of community and family. And then Mary made the decision to kind of bring in Robyn. And from their understanding, it really was Mary that, and from their recollection, it really was Mary that kind of brought this to Kody, wanted Robyn to come in and be like her best friend, and thought that it would be great for the family. And Kody then got on board with it, and Robyn was brought in. Now, there was issues right from the start with Robyn, and you guys saw her on the show, and you saw her come on the show, and a lot of people thought she was being selfish and self-involved and self-entitled and all of that. And the way that they described it was that one of the things that people always say on the show, or fans will say, is like Robyn ruined the family. They don't think that Robyn ruined the family. They actually think that Kody and Robyn together kind of conspired together and sort of blew the whole thing up. But they blame Kody 100% for the family blowing up because they said Kody was living monogamous polygamy for years and he was not putting any time, any effort, or any energy into the other wives. And the other wives had a right to be upset and angry and leave because Kody was basically neglecting and ignoring them. They also did say that Kody for sure was the worst to Christine, very dismissive of her. They described the relationship as Kody tolerating her, and that Kody wasn't always as nice to her children, which they said actually happens a lot, where Kody would favor kids from a different wife that he liked better, and that he and Christine she said, Christine was head over heels in love with him, and Kody couldn't even be bothered, really. He wasn't really that into her, ever. And Janelle and Kody's relationship was never anything more than a platonic relationship. So there's that. But when Kody got married to Robyn, a couple years into the marriage, apparently they all were meeting up for lunch. And this is what they said. They said that Kody was, for some reason, so descriptive of his intimate life with Robyn that he was so vulgar in that he said that she alleged that he said that he had never in his life had intimacy, and you know what I'm talking about, ever, the way he had it with Robyn, and that he had become addicted to what she was giving him and what it was like with her, and that was literally the only thing that he wanted. He didn't care about anything else. And she said that he was just going on and on and on, and he was like rolling his eyes back in the back of his head and waving his hands through his hair and like very loud, making a scene about allegedly how graphic scene about his intimate relations with Robyn. Robyn was not there, by the way. So he's divulging private details about his sex life to people in an open restaurant. Everyone can hear him, and he is doing this very graphically. And apparently he told them that he never knew it could be this good, and that he didn't like skinny girls until Robyn. And so they became so enamored in this relationship that it was literally like the only thing that they wanted to do. I guess they said that that's why Robyn gets a lot of stuff at Victoria's Secret. I know there was a joke about how she had the debt from her previous relationship, but that didn't stop when she was with Kody. And I guess frequent trips to Victoria's Secret were made. And mind you, he was doing all of this with Robyn at the detriment of all the other children and all the other wives. And it was like he just flat out abandoned the rest of the wives because Robyn was giving him good lovin'. And they would go up into their room allegedly and just stay there like all day. And she had nannies and she had help from the beginning, allegedly, so that she could basically be a service to Kody whenever he wanted it and whenever he needed it. And I said, do you think that their relationship was based on love? Like, do you think Robyn loves Kody and that's why they're doing this all the time? Or is there something else to this? And their impression was that Robyn was very much after money and fame. And that they said that they felt like Robyn knew that that's what Kody wanted. And so Robyn would basically just like give it to him, allegedly, so that she could get spoiled with things from him. So if she were to give him whatever it was he wanted in the bedroom, and I think you guys heard her say on the tell-all that other wives have rejected him physically because they're not into that. They said that there's probably some kink going on there, but there wasn't threesomes. I don't really know exactly what was going on in that room, but she really was treating Kody like her best customer, in that Kody had this insatiable appetite for it, allegedly, and then like Robyn would just give it to him, knowing that if she gave it to him, that she could get whatever she wanted, whether it was shopping trips, a nice house, a nice car, time and attention, time for her kids. As far as like their relationship, she sort of felt like it was Kody enjoyed getting off and Robyn enjoyed getting Kody off so that Robyn could get stuff. And she enjoyed the power of getting him off to get stuff. And described the relationship as two narcissists that sort of feed off of each other and are so selfish and self-involved in one another and their needs at the detriment of everyone else, that the relationship became so toxic for everyone else around them that everyone was leading separate lives because these two couldn't get out of the bedroom and live a normal life. And allegedly, I asked, what was your opinion of Robyn? What was your vibe from her? And basically just said that her opinion was Robyn never made any opportunity or any effort to really get to know the wives, wasn't someone that cared to integrate into the family, really was very obsessed with getting her own needs met, and wasn't living the principle in a way that would demonstrate that she did care about the family unit. And said that the first time she ever met Robyn, she just got this really icky sense in her gut that Robyn was going to destroy the family because she was not there for the right reasons. And I said, okay. And then she also said, and she's not there for the long haul. She is there to get, in her opinion, what she needs and wants in that moment from this person, and then she will move on when she needs to. and has no doubt that Robyn played Kody like a fiddle to get him to divorce Mary, to get Kody to take her kids and adopt them, and to get legal status so that in the event that he does leave her, she can get child support, alimony, and all of the things. I guess the best customer stuff makes sense, but this whole idea of the two of them up in a bedroom just all day while a nanny's downstairs is so wild to me, allegedly. And something else that they mentioned was that Kody does drink alcohol, and they've witnessed it, they've seen it, and that a lot of the people in the AUB drink alcohol, they just hide it. And a lot of the people in the AUB medicate with alcohol, and that Kody and the wives definitely all drank, but on the show they said that they didn't drink, and she thought that that was just a really ridiculously stupid thing to talk about or to lie about, because it was something that everyone knew that they were doing. And she said that they also drink coffee, which they lie about on the show as well. She just said that they lied about stupid things because polygamists always have to, like, they talk out of two sides of their mouth. Like, they need to appear super righteous, but they are definitely not acting righteous. So anyways, Kody apparently drinks alcohol. And then another thing they said was that Kody is apparently very racist, allegedly, and is surrounded by other men that are that feel that way too, and that was very vocal about how he felt about his whiteness. And they were always shocked to see how Kody acted on the show, that it was so different. Or for instance, like another thing that they said was like the way that Kody would act about the LGBTQ on the show did not match how Kody acted privately about that. Like it wasn't something that he supported privately. And then they said, like, as far as like when Kody was filming with the sister wives for the show, she said that when the show was filming, Kody might stay with one of those wives because they're filming, but when the show wasn't filming, he would probably almost always be with Robyn. And he was only playing the part of being a dad and a husband to all these other wives for the show. But that the family, he had been living in a monogamous relationship basically since Robyn joined the family. And I was like, so is it Kody's fault? Is it Robyn's fault? And they said, oh, it's Kody's fault, because Kody is the most selfish, self-centered, narcissistic person they've ever met, that he doesn't care about anyone else. And they said Kody is the kind of person that walks into the room and sucks all of the air out of the room. Like there is no space for anyone else, they said. And they were like, Kody is a narcissist that just uses everyone for whatever he needs. And so whenever they say that, like, the kids speaking out about what he's done, they believe the kids when they were talking about like the allegations of abuse. And they said Kody was a wrestler, and they for sure could see him throwing the kids, because Gwendolyn had alleged that he threw the kids. They also mentioned that Kody was a huge yeller, massive yeller, and that the whole culture is violent. So it wouldn't shock them if they haven't been shocked by anything the kids have been saying. One thing they did say is they were really glad and happy to see Christine get on her feet and get some spine, because Christine was such a meek, subservient woman for such a long time, and Kody really treated her so terribly that when she finally started standing up for herself and having a spine and sort of sticking up for herself, they said that they were like cheering her on, and they still are cheering her on and really hope that Christine finds happiness and that Christine can be happy in her life. And they know that Christine will likely stumble and fall along the way and make mistakes in this new world, but they're so glad that Christine is finally getting out. And they do hope eventually Christine will separate and not be a part of the show, or do something outside of a different show, maybe without Kody. But as far as the show being real, they said it's fake. I mean, you guys all know that. But sexy time is that's the stuff. That's how Robyn got Kody. Can you believe that or not believe that? Allegedly. Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.